I'm eating ground turkey, and we have my cooked tea. And I just wanted to talk to you guys this morning. Let's say grace and let's eat. Dear God, bless this food, bless this time, in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, guys. So, anyways, I wish I could, when I'm at Disney, we'll do another, I'll talk about that later. But anyways, guys, I think it's so funny because, like I'm on this emotional roller coaster ever since my brother died, right? And he's on my social media if you guys want to see him. Go to my Instagram or my TikTok or my Facebook and you'll see him because I'm just not going to put him on here yet until, it dies down a little bit. I think I'll get into details probably on his year anniversary. So next September 2nd. So next year, because we're going to do something fun for that. Just in memory of him. And I still want to do something for my ex too, because her birthday is next year and I want to do something with my son and her mom. So I got to figure out how to do that. I just want to put something together. Maybe we go let off a bunch of balloons or I don't know, something. Because I was thinking the other day and I think I cried. I think I did cry. I cried the other day because I'm like, dude, if only me and her would have started a channel back in 2000 and whenever we met each other, 2009, whatever it was, right? Right after Angel was born. Guys, we would be a family channel. We would have a lot of views because 1, we were goofy. 2, we were overweight. So y'all would have wanted to see what we were doing. 3, I know you guys would have thought my child was adorable. So that would have been because there weren't really family channels back then. So we would have been the first family channel. You would have got to see all of us in our crap that we were doing. You would have saw me finishing my whole court thing that I was going through and how she stood by me the whole time. It literally would have been like WeTV type of locked or whatever that show was called. It would have been something like that, like her holding me down. I mean, thank God I didn't do 10 or 15 years. I did 4 months for something I didn't do. But anyways, she still stood by me. Yes, there was a lot of crap that happened in our relationship, but when it came to loyalty, holy crap, guys, this girl was and I don't mean in the sense of not talking to another guy and not cheating, but I'm talking about loyalty, I'm ride or die for you, you go ride or die for me. She hold me down. I don't think she ever came to visit me when I was in there because she didn't have a car and she was scared of the whole court system. No duh, a lot of people are. And then she had a brand new baby, so she couldn't even really come to visit me. But as soon as I got out, I literally, the day I came home, I'll never forget this. Let me tell you a little story time before my parents come home. Let's hope they don't come home for another hour. And I'm going to tell you part 2 tomorrow if I don't get to finish today. So the day that I got out, I'll never forget. I got out because of what happened. My dad bonded me out, whatever. Didn't really say nothing. It was so weird from leaving a jail cell, right? That was a boot camp that I hated. I did not like feeling trapped like a dog. I prayed every single night because outside my tiny little window, it was like this, right? And across the lake were all these trailer homes. And then you can see the juvie center. Anyways, you can see the juvie center that was over there, right? So every night, after we ate dinner and they would lock us down, right? And let us come back out later. I would go in that window and I would sit on this little stool thing, this metal table with a stool or whatever. I would sit on that and I would look out the window and I would just pray, God, get me out of here. God, get me out of here. God, please let them drop the charges. God, God, I promise I will be better. God, it was all these promises. God, I'm a different I just did not want that lifestyle, right? I don't think I followed up to all of them, but I do think it made me stronger. If you ask my mother, she would say I lied, but hey, that's her opinion. She makes it hard to keep a lot of your promises. But anyways, so finally when I got out after what happened, this was before what happened. No, this is actually when it happened. I was praying every night because I was anyways, I don't want to talk about that. So when I got out and I came home that night, I remember my sister was asleep. I didn't see her. My brother, he was asleep because I got home. No. Back up. No, I got home around, I want to say 5 or 6 o'clock. It felt so weird, guys. Anyone who's been locked up for so long, you guys know it just feels so weird. You have to get more adapt with the difference, right? You don't have a lights out. You don't have a curfew. You don't have to share a bathroom. You get your privacy back. It was so different for me. I had to revamp myself. And I literally still felt like I was isolated because my dad was on one side of the house. I was in the back of the house. They put me way in the back like I was the evil stepchild, right? Put me way in the back of the house. I remember the first night I was out, right? I was so traumatized, so traumatized, so traumatized. I remember the first thing I did, and my dad didn't really talk because he was just so angry. Not at me, just what, because he felt like he was so helpless. He couldn't do anything. And he would come and see me every single Saturday because he worked all the time if he wasn't on a trip. And he would just get so emotional because he's like, I don't know what to do. I want to help you. I don't know what to do because the system sucks. Even for good people, it sucks. For bad people, it's like, I feel like they keep getting chance after chance after chance after chance. You don't know how many people get locked up on purpose just to get a hot meal. But anyways, and even that food's not good. But I guess when you're homeless, anything's good. So when I came home that day, he was just like, okay, you're in the back of the house. That's your room. The refrigerator's stocked. You know, do whatever you want to do. If I was you, I'd go take a hot shower. I was like, yes, I was thinking that. So I went and took a hot shower. I came home in the clothes they picked me up in. It was this nasty orange. I still have the sweater. This nasty orange sweater and like some sweatpants or something like that, right? And you would think, why would you wear that in Florida? But I didn't know I was getting picked up that day. So I looked like a big orange. Actually, I lost a lot of weight when I was in there. I came out weighing like 220, 225. Like I was super, super small. Like I was small when I went in, but I was like even more small. I think I was like 215, not 225. I was like 215. Because when I went in, I was weighing like 190, 192. No. I was weighing like 215. And when I came out, I was still 215. So I lost maybe like 5 or 10 pounds, right? So I was like a miniature skinny pumpkin when I came out. And then when I went to go take my shower, and I came out of taking the shower, it felt so good. Oh my God, it felt so good. So I took the shower, and then I think I just put on some pajama pants and a t-shirt or something, right? No overshirt, nothing, because I just was comfortable with my body. My sister came home. She gave me like the biggest hug, cried, talked to me for like hours and hours. And then she was like, I love you, but I got to go to work tomorrow. So she just like was like, if you need something, just, come knock on my door. So she went to sleep. Then my little brother came home with his girlfriend, who's his wife now, Kayla. They said, hi, how are you? No, they didn't even talk to me. No, hold up. They didn't even talk to me. They still were mad at me or whatever. They just didn't talk to me. So I was like, okay, whatever, forget you. So they just came in and went straight to their room. They, because Kayla basically lived with us at the time for a little bit. So they didn't really say nothing to me, and it's fine. We just were not in a good place when I went in and when I got out. So that didn't really bother me at all. I knew that they were going to be like that. That was not a problem. But then when I finally got my phone, well, no, I didn't have a phone. I had to use my house phone. When I used the house phone, no, back up. I had a tablet. I used Messenger. When I was on Messenger, I texted John. No. I did use a house phone. I did. I texted John. I called John. I'm like, bro. He's like, what's up? I don't know if I called him or he called me. I don't remember. I just know I had no cell phone because it was still in the court thing, and they were just like, he can't have any electronics, nothing like that, right? So I was like, I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have a cell phone for like 3 years until the case was dropped. I finally bought myself my own phone. I did not want to be on my parents' service anymore. So anyways, I remember I talked to John, and John's like, all right, hold on. So he's like, when I get off work, I'm coming tonight. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm home by myself. I think my dad was already, I don't know if my dad was asleep. No, my dad and my sister went to my brother's football game. He had a football game that night. And I didn't want to go because I was still on house arrest. I couldn't even leave, right? That was the rules of me being released, right? On house arrest, I could leave at 6 a.m. in the morning and I'd be back home by 6 p.m., right? So it was really hard to do anything. So I felt like I was still in prison, basically, or jail, basically, right? And it was like a dog collar, basically, on my leg. And so I remember I think I was sitting here. No, I don't know. Yeah, I think I was sitting here Or I was, no. I was in the family room, right? I was in the family room when I was watching TV. And the doorbell rang. And it's late. It was like 9 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, they came back to get me. Like, I was so paranoid. Like, so paranoid from that time of being locked up 4 months earlier. Or 9, no, I was in for 9 months. 9 months earlier. I was so paranoid. And when I looked in the little peephole, I saw my best friend in the whole world. Dude, I literally dropped to my knees and like hugged him so tight. And I was just like, bro. And he's like, bro, you're free. And I'm like, yes. And then he thought I was going to come out like a gangster with all these slaves, like just throwing up thug signs and being like, you know, because people hear stories that jail changes you. And he's like, dude, this might break Biggie. He might come out like a thug, da-da-da-da. He's like, please. He's like, no. He's like, I thought it. He's like, I didn't believe it. But he's just like, I know your character. I love you guys. I'll do a part 2 tomorrow. Bye-bye.